Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to State of the Union for E-commerce, जहां हम serial entrepreneurs, businessmen, startup owners और digital marketers को लेके आते हैं ताकि उनके life experiences हम आपके साथ share कर सकें, ताकि जो गलतियां उन्होंने अपने वेंचर में की आप अपने वेंचर में अवॉइड करें और अपने आप को बड़े लॉस से बचा सकें। इसी सिलसिले में आज हमारे स्पेशल गेस्ट हैं हबीबुल्लाह फ्रॉम इस्लामाबाद, पाकिस्तान। ही इज अ ट्रेनर, स्पीकर and a digital marketer as well, having 3 years of experience. Let's learn from his life experiences. In case you don't know me, I'm Mia Bilal. I'm founder of Buyers Sub, a clothing brand in Pakistan, and host of State of the Union for E-commerce. Let's have a warm welcome to Habibullah. Welcome to the show.
Bilal, thank you so much, first of all, for having me on board as a guest. And I'm sure I would add some value, and I would add some positive input regarding the topic that we have chosen. And indeed, it's a really interesting topic, specifically about the ongoing time, how we are going to get hit by digital era right after the pandemic, post pandemic, even during the pandemic. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, it's a great topic. Let's just move on.
Okay, so Habibullah bhai, what is the thing that inspired you to become a digital marketer, get into the digital marketing? What was your background, and what hurdles you have faced in your 3 years of journey?
Okay, it's not basically 3 years, it's almost 5 years now. And I believe the very first thing that I learned about, I had a passion in marketing. So traditional way of marketing started evolving since the revolution of social media platforms, and since people started selling things through internet, through email marketing, through Facebook, Instagram, and so on. So in 2015 and 16, I launched a platform by the name Studios Cloud with one of my friends, Amar, and it went really great, but obviously by that time we were really new in the market, and we didn't know that what's the bidding thing, and how to grab the market, and how to fully detect all the flaws, because the very first thing in order to launch your e-commerce platform is your pre-planning. And I usually say that if you are failing to plan, that means you're planning to fail. So pre-planning is really important. To anyone out there, what mistake we made, we did not have a proper research about the e-commerce platform, or shifting our business into digital marketing. The first thing that you do a proper research, at least a 6 months research work. Let's say if you are starting up an online clothing store, talk to people who are already selling clothes through online platforms, either through website or through Facebook or through Instagram, and then check out what kind of content they are putting up, what kind of how much duration is the content that is being consumed. One of the things that obviously I learned, the traditional way of marketing was, if you go back 20 years back, if somebody was to sell Colgate, they would knock the door, and they would go door to door, and they would sell the Colgate, or they would sell any product. And so I'm going to give an example. One of the crucial thing that about digital marketing, about or posting anything to social media, that most people don't understand is, does time matter or does the content matter? Now I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say if you are at your if typically we talk about Pakistan, mostly during the day, these marketers, they come out and they knock the door. And let's say if somebody comes during the day and it's a peak time, and the person knocks the door, and he presents you the product, let's say the Colgate or whatever he's selling, barely 60-70% of people will be interested, even though that's the peak time. Let's say the husbands, they're at home, and the wives, they're at home between 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. It's lunchtime. And on the other hand, if a person knocks in the middle of the night, in 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and knocks your door and leaves you a treasure map, and the person says, this is a treasure map just behind your house. So now you would not abuse that person for knocking your door in the middle of the night, but because you found the treasure. So it's about the content. What kind of content you're delivering, what kind of content you're posting on Facebook, on Instagram, or on your website. It really, really matters. People buy through your taglines, people buy through your hashtags, people buy through the kind of lines that you use, the kind of wording that you use for your content, and that must be relevant. Then copycatting cannot be sold. Copycatting cannot improve your business. Sometimes people, what they do, they pick up something and they copy something, and we love to do that. Copy something, they paste it onto their content, and they post it. That will never be sold, because that content is already being consumed. So this was the very first thing, pre-planning. Number 2, the content evaluation. The content must be valued. Number 3, when you are posting something on your website or on your social media platform, you need to understand your audience. Okay, so let's say if you are uploading something, or you're selling cloth. Okay, it's a man's cloth. So now you cannot target kids, or you cannot target your target market should be really, really specific. And in order to have the target market, again, the digital marketers are the best options. One of the things that I would suggest people as well, this is not the era that we're living, that you can be the jack of all trades and master of all as well. You can be the jack of all trades, but you cannot be the master of all. You can be master in one thing. You can be master in content writing. You can be master in product generation. You can be master in your wholesale stuff, or you can be master in your communication. But you cannot be master in your graphic designing or video editing. So don't try to do it at all by once. Try to hire a proper firm. Try to hire a proper team. And no matter even if you have to take a loan, if you have to take have some debt over you in order to run your business, because these first 6 months, they are just like your business is an infant, just like a baby. Okay, in order to make that baby grow, you need to have those those Cerelac and those
absolutely
the important ingredients which are important for that baby. So for any baby business, it is important for you to have a proper team. There's a guy who is going to do your graphic designing. There's a guy who's going to do your photography, product photography. There's a guy who's going to do your videography. Then a content writer. Then there's comes to advertisements and all that. So there's a proper process. If you are not going through that proper channel, if you're not going through that proper process, you cannot expect the results that you are looking for.
Absolutely. We have to understand that everything we can't do. We have to divide it into the departments, like photography department, like videography department, graphic designing department, and the product evaluation, product buying department. So there are so many departments we have to divide in. We have to go through whole the procedure, and we have to understand that not only one person can do everything. So we have to get a team in order to get successful. And team, TEAM gives us a big lesson of the life. Together everyone achieve more. So thank you so much, Habibullah, for sharing. Okay, Habibullah, you have so many hurdles, you have many failures in your life, in your experience, 5 years of experience in digital marketing. So what is the single most failure you recall from your professional life? What was lesson learned, and how did you recover from that? Do share with us.
Okay, Bilal, I cannot mention specifically one of the failures, because there were hundreds. Okay, 3 to 4 times I lost a lot of money, and sometimes I did not have that much a good team, or sometimes I did not have that experience. But one thing that I would say, people, let's say if I started something and within 6 months it did not grow, I shut that down. I started something new, which was one of my biggest mistakes. Nobody should do that. In order for one business to grow, minimum time. Okay, let's talk about digital business, because we are talking about digital marketing. An e-commerce platform, if you have an investment of at least $1 million, okay, and you have launched your e-commerce platform, still it will take you about 1 year or one and a half year. You cannot expect the results within 6 months or within, a year, within 2 years, because there are a lot of, there's competition. There's competition more than you can even know. I mean, if you talk about some of the platforms, Daraz.pk or, Alibaba.com or, Golutlo, or there are a lot of platforms in Pakistan. So those are, and now they're billionaires now. So they have hell of a money to market them. They have hell of a money to buy billboards, to buy steamers, to put their graphics onto timelines of everybody around. And you don't have that. You just have 1 million. So I guess one of the mistakes that most of the people they take in e-commerce industry, they want results quickly. I have posted something today, and like in the morning, and in the evening it should be sold. Oh, I'm going to give an example. One of my friends, I was talking to him yesterday in Lahore. He said that he started his platform in 2007, and till 2010 he was working really, really hard on that. And till 2010 he did not get any success. Now he stopped, emailing. He stopped, marketing of that platform, and he was about to shut it down. He was about to give up. The moment he thought to give up and he stopped working on that, it was the last month of 3 years. He started getting emails and messages and traffic and all that. So it took him 3 years. Now that person is running 3 platforms successfully.
Oh wow, okay. Mashallah.
So you don't have to give up. Minimum 2 years or 3 years you need to give in, and it's not only time. You need to give in your energy. You need to have patience. You need to have the quality of your content. You need to have the quality of your product. You need to have a really strong team, and you need to have a wonderful marketing strategy. Even people can hire, somebody like you. People can hire somebody like us. I mean, we talked about Ali Asif platform, and we're also into obviously digital marketing as well. So hire a proper firm so that you can get to your to the point where you want to. Second thing. The second point is in your digital marketing journey. One of the things that we need to understand: every post that you upload, either on your website or on your YouTube channel or on your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or whatever platform you're using, you need to understand if you post it at let's say 7 a.m. the post needs to rotate or revolve within next 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, your content is gone. If you're not revolving your content, if you're not promoting your content within the next 30 minutes after you post it, you will lose the market. That is how rapidly people are consuming the content. Let me ask you, when you are checking the newsfeed of your Facebook, how many seconds do you stay on one post?
Few seconds, I think 30 to 60 seconds, most probably on one post.
And you will stay on that post which seems really catchy, which seems really attractive.
Absolutely.
Okay? Otherwise, you will pass it on. So this is the thing. Now, a lot of people, what they do, they post something and then they start, they sit and they start watching. Okay, now I will see shares and comments. Nobody will come and, do that. You would have to buy proper ads. You would have to, have a proper monetization of your platform, of your Facebook, of your website, and you need to know the tactics of SMS marketing and email marketing. You need to know about the masking process, that how you can buy masking. So it's all about you take all those steps, and the point that I shared, that you don't have to give up. E-commerce platform specifically today, they don't only take your investment, but they take your time, they take your dedication, and they take your devotion if you really want to achieve that level where people are there. Now, Bilal, before you bump me with the next question, I would really love to share our platform as well.
Sure, go for it.
As I shared with you also, Ali Asif from UK, as he is the only Pakistani in the history to become Vice President of Microsoft Speakers Club in UK. Now, he has launched a digital marketing agency in Pakistan by the name of Illumination. And believe me, it's been almost 4 to 5 months we are planning the things. And the things that I'm learning from him, they're just incredible. Everything he is structuring. And he's saying that, Habib, if our foundation is strong, our building would be really, really stronger. and we could build a beautiful empire. And what happens in Pakistan? Today, friends are talking about digital marketing agency. Tomorrow they launch it. and sooner you launch it, sooner you will lose it. So you need to have a proper planning. And as I was talking about Ali Asif, so in Illumination, we have a wonderful video editor, we have a wonderful graphic designer, we have a content creator, we have web developer, we have Android developer. So we have everybody in a different domain. And let's say when a project comes in, we have projects from UK, and we have projects from Nepal, we have projects from UAE and from Pakistan as well. So when projects come in, what do? We do the proper research. And to all the e-commerce owners out there, please, for God's sake, be a good researcher.
Absolutely.
Be a good researcher of your product. Be a good researcher of your market. If you will do a proper research, that would actually allow you to take all the precautions, take all the measures which are necessarily important to make your business, really, really successful. I mean, Bilal, look at you. When you launched your platform, I guess Mera Libas. First of all, congratulations on your, success of Mera Libas, and I'm sure, I would love to, promote that as well. Now, Mera Libas, I mean, you did not launch it in one day. It took you, some certain time.
Absolutely.
And that is exactly, I guess, most of the people, they need to understand that. So this is that inshallah we are going to do, and in our obviously next session we will have Ali Asif inshallah, and then we will have this conversation about our illumination.
Inshallah. So thank you so much for sharing, Habibullah bhai. You have shared so many things, a couple of things in the whole question. So again, thank you for that. And the one big thing that you have shared, that is focus. If you are not determined, you are not focused on one thing, you have lost the game. And second, research. Research is the most important thing. The thing in last 2 years in Pakistan, what I have seen, people lack research. People do not do research before getting started. So research is the most important part. Okay, so let's get to the next question. Habibullah, people who are watching this right now, how can they support you?
Okay, guys, we have our platforms. We have our YouTube channel, Ali Asif Coach. We have our Facebook page with by the name Ali Asif Coach. We have our Instagram, Ali Asif Coach. Reach out to us. You need any kind of services, regarding your graphic designing, regarding your social media marketing, regarding your branding, regarding your promoting, and not only in Pakistan. Even if you need branding in UK, you need branding in UAE, you need branding in any of the country, because we have our team in UK and we have our team in Pakistan as well. So do reach us out, and we will definitely. And one of the things, Bilal, this is really interesting. Ali Bhai said that to our every client, the very first week we will give services for free. And within that week, if you find the results, we will carry on our journey. And this is something really amazing. Okay. And like I said, our team is on the research. Ali Bhai, he launched this platform after almost the efforts of 9 years. After 9 years, he happened to launch this platform. So it's not just happening. We've been doing a lot of work, and Ali Bhai was the member of Toastmaster, and now again he's Microsoft Speakers Club Vice President, plus he's the COO of Lauren Cars. It's a brand in UK as well. Plus he's working in stock exchange in UK. So person with that kind of experience is leading us. I'm sure when you guys reach us, we would have proper statistics for you. We would have proper research for you, and we will properly work for you like you are as our team.
Inshallah. Okay, Habibullah, who is your ideal aka target market
in digital marketing?
Yep.
Okay, so if we talk about in Pakistan, I'm not sure if I have any name in my mind, but for sure in US, I've been following a lot of entrepreneurs and digital marketer regarding that. Marie Forleo, she's the number one. She knows how to present herself, and she's one of my ideal. And one of the guy, Grant Cardone. He is superb guy. It's been 25 years. This guy, he's been putting up, digital marketing content. Or Gary Vaynerchuk. I guess most of you guys know Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's the digital marketing guru. There are a lot of people, but I guess these three people, I actually follow them, and I have really a great affiliation with them as well.
Okay, Habibullah, let's get to the next question, the most important question of the show. What are the 3 mistakes that you want to share with the audience that they avoid in their ventures to avoid big loss?
Okay, the very first thing, don't ever choose the wrong people. People who are looking for instant benefits, people who are looking for, let's say, your partners, okay, people or your team members, if they are looking for monthly wages, they would never go a longer way. If your teammates, if your team members, or if your partners, they are visionary, they have a longer vision, they will be your partners. Make sure that both of you, or let's say 3 of the partners, or 2 of the partners, or all of you stand on the same page. One of the mistakes that I made a few years back, I did not have a wonderful team, okay, and I did not analyze that. So people need to analyze that. This is number 1. Number 2, if you are starting an e-commerce platform and you have 100,000 or 200,000 of investment, please don't do it, because 100,000 or 200,000 is just going to take it for your marketing budget, or maybe something like that for next 6 months. So you need to have minimum of at least 500,000 to launch any, and that is just for one city. Let's say if you're in Lahore, you need to have at least 500,000 to launch your e-commerce platform. So focus on your investment. Number 1, your partner. Number 2, your investment. Number 3, you need to focus on your target market. A person sitting in Karachi, either he is interested in your product or he's not interested in your product. That you need to know. Either you are choosing him to see your data on his timeline, or you're not choosing him. And one of the 4 things, you asked me 3, but I will share this one for sure. This is really important. When you started your venture in 21st century, any of the businesses, either you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman, you are a sole proprietor, or whatever kind of business you're doing, you need to believe in teamwork. If you do not have a team, you will not have a business. If you do not have a team, you will not have your market. If you do not have a team, you will not have your success. So your team is really important. And when I mean to say team means do a joint venture with your sister companies. Let's say you have Mera Libas, and then you have an affiliation with another e-commerce platform which they are selling clothes. That would actually give you a lot of support. Maybe because sometimes maybe you have a product and they don't have it, and sometimes they have it and you don't have it. So you can share it. This is called synergy, basically. And 21st century is basically working on synergy, and synergy is really important in your business, guys.
So thank you so much, Habibullah, for sharing. Here we discuss an important team. Team is very important. So one big question from our Pakistani audience we got: how to make a team in getting started. So do share your experience.
Okay, to build a team, you need to have a strong leadership skills, and if you don't have, you can learn the leadership skill. Go and watch some videos, and if you can pay, you can do some online courses, maybe from Udacity or Udemy or something like that. You need to understand the leadership, because to build a team, you need to understand the idea of how you can lead a team. You need to understand, you need to have the clarity of your vision. If your vision is clear, you would have a team. People will start following you. Your personality needs to be influential. If you're not influencing your people, you will not have your team. And number 3, I will share 5 points, which are basically, this is the strategy for highly successful leaders that, is designed by Ali Asif. He says that any highly successful leader in the world, they share 5 of prayers. No matter what kind of religion you belong to, but you need to wake up 5 a.m. because at 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m., between 4:30 a.m. and between 9 a.m., your brain is working faster than the rest of the day, and you can achieve maximum out of your brain between these 4 to 5 hours, since the whole world is sleeping and you're chop, you're working. Number 2, you need to eat organic. Now it sounds really funny that, what's with the food being a good leader? Your food has an impact on your body. If you have a big belly and you're standing on the stage, you're leading a team, who would look at you? How would you influence people? The appearance really matters. Organic food, minimum 2 liters of water within that organic food. Number 3, read any positive book every day. Maybe a page, maybe 2 pages each day. You need to do that. And number 4, Nalibai says that 98% people hate you. Only 2% people like you in this world. So have those 2% people in your life. Okay. And number 5, practice whatever you have. The knowledge and the information that you have, if you will not practice, you will not be a great leader. So now when you have become a great leader, it will be easy for you. You will go out, you will find out people, you will meet people, you will share your ideas, and people will like your ideas. Some will join, some will not join. When some will not join, do not argue with them. People who join, even if you have installed, you have 3 to 4 people, team of 3 to 4 people or 5 people, what you need to do, you need to take those 4 to 5 people. और वो एक उर्दू में कहते हैं ना कि फिर काफला बनता जाता है, ठीक है?
Absolutely.
So this is how it happens. When you have a clarity of vision, when you have a firm belief that this is going to happen, then and only then people are going to be with you. अगर सेशन थोड़ा हम लंबा करते तो मैं इसमें फिर लीडरशिप की 5 क्वालिटीज भी आपको बता देता, but we will do that in the next time, inshallah.
Sure. No issue. We'll do it the next time, inshallah. Okay, Habibullah, and what will you say as the final words?
First of all, Bilal, you're a wonderful guy, and thank you so much for having me with you. And again, it was a really productive session, and I must say that you're a really good listener. I'm a very talkative person, and State of the Union for e-commerce, it's an amazing idea, and I would encourage you to have maximum people out there, to bring them this platform and bring them to this platform, and then interview them so that they can share out.
Inshallah.
My one last piece of advice to the people who will watch this video, guys. If you want to come into the market, very first thing that you need to do, you need to learn. If you have not learned something, if you have not learned the business, if you have not learned about e-commerce, if you have not learned about digital marketing, you're going to lose it. So before you lose it, the purpose of this whole session is to teach you guys. Reach out to Bilal Bhai, reach out to Ali Asif, reach out to us, inshallah, and hopefully we will help you, and we will definitely give you the best solution of your problem or whatever venture you want to take on.
Thank you so much, Habibullah bhai, for sharing your wisdom और इतना powerful knowledge share करने के लिए बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining our show. This is our whole session. Hope so you guys learned a lot, and hope so these tips will help you out in saving your businesses, your ventures from big losses, inshallah. Thank you so much. See you in the next show. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.